Idemo improvizacije sa...
Episode 5! Can you believe it? In this episode, we're going to talk about fossil fuels. We're going to talk about Kiev considering renaming Russia and Novak Djokovic. Yes. First topic is European Union agrees to push for global phase out of fossil fuels ahead of COP28 climate conference. European Union countries agreed to promote a global fossil fuel phase out on Thursday ahead of the United Nations COP28 climate summit this year, attempting to boost a global deal that failed at last year's summit. Ministers from the 27 EU member states approved a text of their diplomatic priorities ahead of the COP28 summit, which begins on November the 30th in Dubai, where nearly 200 countries will attempt to strengthen efforts to rein in climate change. Right. So COP28, guys, what do you think? What do you think of this news? First of all, I just honestly, when I think of all this climate change and everything, and the change of fossil fuels and all that, just like moving away from it. I understand that they're pushing this, especially European Union, because they wanna get rid of the Russian fossil fuels and everything. Especially at this moment. But honestly, the only picture in my head is a highway, hundreds and hundreds of electric cars, snowed in winter, and that's it. The end.
Low battery.
What do you do? You're gonna turn the heating on. You're gonna turn the heating on in your car. Yeah, you will turn it on, but for how long?
We're just gonna start drinking some good, strong alcohol to heat up in this.
We're gonna start the cars. Yeah. So we're gonna stop importing fossil fuels. We're gonna start importing potato fuel, like vodka. Importing vodka from Russia.
That's my first
association
thought about that. Yeah.
Or if you're with some young girl, you can do something else. But
yeah. You can keep the temperature up.
It will be all foggy, but never mind.
This car driving itself, so you don't need to worry about your glass in the car.
Right, so that's it. First topic solved. We got a solution. Right.
You must have a young girl in the car.
I know, yeah. Oh man.
All the alcohol.
Yeah. It's either or both. Oh, you may overboard this. If you have both, you might burn out, mate.
Oh.
Dangerous to burn out.
Yeah. Our friend from Amsterdam was a few days ago, and he told me that he told Strahin actually that car on electricity after 5 years have only 50% of battery or something like that. So I think we don't have technology to switch right now to electric cars, or if we have some other technology, they don't reveal to us. And what is most interesting, Europe has a lack of electricity this year. You all read for blackouts and stuff like that. So if they want to go on electricity, I think they need to use coal or nuclear energy. And in our introduction, you say that they want to get rid of Russian fossil, but you know who is the main supplier of the nuclear plants?
Is it Ukraine or Russia?
Russia. You know what is?
Isn't
what
that
is
like against the rules or something like that? Isn't it like against the monopoly, or like there should be some rules? You can't
you
have
can't have everything.
fossil fuels and then the most clean energy. Like it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, and they don't have sanction on that
They don't have sex.
sanction.
You can't.
Sanctions. Sorry.
Sanctions.
Sorry,
Daniel is still in the car. Daniel, we must get out of the car with the young girl.
But I don't know. I'm in a t-shirt, man. I don't know. I'm not very exemplary.
We spare some electricity.
I guess Serbia is on sanctions from Russia today.
Oh man, what was that? Why? What are you drinking, Nikola? Vasily?
Yogurt.
Oh, yogurt.
Yes.
Nah, considering next time,
See?
knowing your political ideologies and all that, I reckon you're drinking White Russian.
I must switch.
I'm just joking.
Actually, no, we have a lot of Russian products now in Serbia.
Really?
We didn't have it. Yeah, a lot. We didn't have it in the past that much.
Apart from the
I don't know
politics,
how.
what else have we got?
I guess.
Is communism still there?
Yeah, you know what I saw a few days ago? First Tesla on NS on the Serbian tables. Plates.
What do you mean?
Sorry, plates.
Plates.
Yeah, and Serbian plates. We didn't.
First-
Tesla
Oh,
car.
like a car.
Yeah, Tesla car.
Oh,
I don't
which
know
One,
when-
which one was it? Was it S model or something like that?
Yes, big one. That is why I noticed. Tesla 3, I will not. I wouldn't notice.
Hey, do you know what? I went. Like, you know, when like a couple of years ago when Corona was like a peak and there was like all these restrictions and whatnot. I went to the nearby. There's like a town. So I went to buy running shoes because I was into running. I started running and all that. And I went to buy some running shoes, and I went to like independent shop, like a little shop, and it was in the area. The area is called Alderley Edge, and I went there, and that's where all the footballers in Manchester live.
Oh my God, Beverly
Footballers,
Hills.
basically, yes, the Beverly Hills of Manchester. No, honestly, like there's all just loads of posh, fancy people like driving expensive cars. I driving my car, which is just like Mr. Bean, Mr. fucking Bean, and just falling apart. And I tried, and I had to parallel park as well in between a couple of cars. And I had to parallel park, and I'm just thinking for myself, oh, just don't hit any cars. Just don't hit any cars. Stop this. It was like really tight space, and I was just like. And like in front of me there was some massive Tesla, and behind me it was just like some massive Mercedes. Like I don't know, just everything was just very, very expensive. I was just don't hit any cars.
Yeah. I watched some old interview with Darko Milicic. He's our basketball professional.
I know who is.
basketball
That's the
player.
guy who Serbia paid
Yes.
$1 million to bail him out from the prison. Is that the guy?
Yeah, something like that.
Who
He was
knocked out
second
an
pick.
American guy in a club?
No. This is second pick from the NBA draft. It was
Isn't
big
that the guy
talent, but
who knocked out the guy in the
no,
club?
that is no.
That's the other one.
Oh, there's the other one.
Yeah, that's the other one.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Oh, right.
But listen, his story. He came and as second pick, and he got a big salary. And when the American people ask him what he will buy for the first page, he said,
Goal 4,
"Yeah, goal 4."
I saw the video today.
You will,
Literally,
buy
yeah.
goal 4. He say, "Yes, this is new car, brand new, something like that." And when the salary, when he actually get paid, and when he saw his salary.
Paycheck.
He was like,
Paycheck,
oh, paycheck. Yeah, he said, oh my god, and go and buy 4
He
cars.
got Audi 8, Mercedes CLS, 4 cars. He just gave it to him $500,000 there.
Yeah, BMW 5.
There was like I think Shaquille O'Neal did something with it as well. Yeah. I think everybody.
Take you in some store. How it's called? I forget. He spent like $1 million, yeah, just furnishing his house.
Oh no, he bought all the furniture for his house. I think Shaquille bought from like Walmart or something like that. I think he went to Walmart. He went to Walmart, yeah.
That's what
But Walmart is like I don't know. You've been to Walmart. You've been in America.
I was,
yeah.
yeah.
It's massive, isn't it? And everything is just like everything is just
you
cheap.
can everything basically.
Yeah. It's like dirt cheap. Yeah. Anyways, fossil fuels. Let's get back on the topic. Are we still on this topic?
Yeah.
Fossil fuels. Yeah. Nico, Wesley, have you got any other thoughts on this?
Yeah, I just remember one joke when we talk about these rich people. I saw only the poor people are complaining. The rich ones are quiet and they suffer in the quiet, of course.
They suffer in silence.
They suffer in silence. So
Oh man,
about this topic, I know what to say. I don't believe in that how do you say klimatske promjene?
Climate change.
Climate changes, yes, because I saw I read some article where I don't know, like 90% of that
pollution.
pollutions are actually of volcans and stuff like that, you know. So I don't know.
I'd like to read that as well. No,
Yeah,
not at the moment, obviously. Yeah, but when you get a chance, if you could find it, I'd like to read it. It sounds interesting. But do you know what? As well, this pollution and everything. As far as I understand it, the Earth goes through cycles as well.
Yes, that is my point.
Yeah. So the Earth goes through cycles. So, like it's inevitable. It's inevitable.
What's funny, we're in cycle of cold weather now, as I saw somewhere.
Actually,
we are going in like ice age right now. So that's the story about climate.
Did you read that article from America?
Overheating is I don't know.
Yeah, but maybe this
for me.
Maybe this is the way how we get into the ice age.
Yeah.
Did you saw America picture? Is that article from America?
in California, yeah, it's like people are dying there. So I don't know how they're gonna push the story.
But
I don't know. For me, like everything is rigged. It's just about the money. Like 5 or 10 years ago, the World Health Organization declared that red meat is cancerogen. So we now have a lot of vegans with fake sausages, burgers, and stuff, and they didn't ban red meat. They now sell red meat, they sell fake red meat, they sell fake I don't know what. They declare that cigarettes are cancerogen. They maybe are, but they didn't ban it for good. They just find new ways to sell vaporizers, this small thingy with tobacco that you put in electric shit and you smoke it. So you have new products and you still have the old products and have more income from all
more ways to spend money.
Yeah,
Goran, you get this personally, man. I guess you like red meat.
I always get it personally. This with fuel is also, yeah. I was like, when Tesla came out, that's cool. I'm gonna buy one. But now when I see infrastructure is not there yet.
No,
so
it's absolute shit, honestly. Do you
Yeah.
know what, like a few years ago, like 2000 and 2018, do you remember, like all of us, four of us, sat in the car and we drove from Manchester to Serbia.
Serbia.
Yes. And then from Serbia, we drove to Greece. And then from Greece, we drove back to Manchester. Imagine that with an electric car.
That's trip.
Imagine that.
That was a trip.
Imagine that with an electric car.
You would need 2
You
months.
absolutely, yeah. You have to be like masochist, or you have to hate yourself, to do that. This is out. So we have some cousins here, and they bought an electric car, and they only wanted to go to on a holiday south of England. I mean, it's a bit of a trek, but it's not like a major trip. You're not going like through continents and stuff. You're going just south, so you need maybe like, I don't know, at most 6-7 hours of drive. So a few hundred miles.
With,
I don't know, like
with the regular car.
Yeah. But they had massive drama, and then the chargers didn't fit. Like you have Tesla chargers, then you have normal electrical chargers, and then you have superchargers and whatnot, and then you had the biggest thing was queue. You have to queue up. There was a queue. There was like 3-4 cars. There was like 3 or 4 cars in front of them. So you have to wait for them to
Few hours here in Vienna, you have a lot of chargers around, but every charger is a different company, or I don't know, and you have to have for every company unique card, so you can pay with one card. So you have to have a pile of cards, and they stop to charge this. So for me, in this moment, the buying an electric car is a nonsense.
Do you know what? If I had a driveway, I don't have a driveway. If I had a driveway that I can get my car in, I would consider buying an electric car. But buying an electric car, the smaller one that goes maybe, I don't know, 60 miles per charge or something like that, just to have a second car to whiz around, the town and just those little short trips. Other than that, I prefer petrol or diesel car.
For me,
I can't
the
even.
small car around the city for me is also nonsense when you have a good infrastructure with public transportation like metro, bus, and tram. I don't know. You first of all, with car in big city, you have to find the
parking.
Yeah, and that's like losing a half an hour just on that.
And plus like a tenner if you want to park for there or something like that. Yeah.
So
you need a bicycle and the red meat, man.
Yeah, and cigar in your mouth and good strong alcohol. And winter come.
So you need some vegetables, some potatoes, some red meat, cook a stew, and all that.
Yeah.
Keep you warm in the winter.
Yeah, I prefer mine idea. Young girl.
That was what was your yeah. The steaming glasses. Foggy glasses and all that.
Titanic, Titanic experience.
Oh man, honestly. Just I honestly I don't know how they're gonna pull this off. I get it. They wanna get more away from
they're
Russia.
Gonna push it with tax releases.
But here, sorry, here you don't have to pay road tax. Like like with my previous car, I paid like 200 and over 200, like £250 per year for the tax. If you had an electric car,
Yeah.
you will pay zero. If your emissions are under 100 grams,
CO2.
yes, yeah, you pay like 30 quid or something like that, or it's free.
I don't know what the situation is here, but I noticed that the electric cars have green plates here. So I just heard that they
Yes,
pay less taxes, and I
it's
don't know.
less tax, and some places, some councils here, they give you free car park as well.
Yeah.
But as soon as the majority of people have electric cars, they're going to lose income in taxes. They're going to lose income in all other benefits, and they're going to go, "Hey, wait a minute, we need to find a way to get this money because everybody used to pay us this money. Now we don't have." And then they're going to start taxing, charging whatever
One,
electric car owners,
one,
and then we
100%, yes.
we as users are on the same shit. Like now here in Manchester, like mayor of Manchester, don't want to say his name. People know his name. He is like implemented this massive like when we were traveling to Germany, you get into the town, and in order to get in the town without paying a fine, you need to prepay something to enter the town, depending on
Yeah,
your emissions for the car.
you
Yeah.
can't even enter with some euros. I think below 5 or something like
Yeah,
that.
so basically, when we had a booked stay, when we were traveling that to Greece. It was 5 years ago now, and back, and we stayed in a couple of times in Germany, couple of nights, and I had to go to like a MOT service, like service place, where they like service your cars, and when you do like your technical bits for your car, for the whole year and stuff. So they issue you, they examine your car and they issue you with this thing, and then you can go. So basically, and when you go, but it's just the inner city that is limited to. Here, there's fucking everywhere you go. Like literally, if I go walk out, I live in a outskirt. I live in a Greater Manchester. I live like basically in the outskirts, in the towns around the outer ring of Manchester. There's a motorway, there's a highway going around the Manchester, and there's basically the outer ring, and there's the city center is a few miles in as well. So it's not just for the city center. This is just for the outer ring as well. If you go outside, literally, if I go outside and move the car one street, I'm just gonna get fucking fined. Absolutely ridiculous. But anyways, there was loads of protests about it, and people don't fucking like this idea at all, and people are against it. And so now everything is on hold at the moment. He didn't introduce it, but it was a massive thing, like a conflict of interest here as well, because I think his wife is involved into some other company that has something to do with it. Like usually like politicians do, they have their hands in honestly they have hands in all the pockets around, and they just try to get as much money as they can, as long as they're in power, and then just to set themselves up. Nobody gives a fuck about normal people, which is so fucking annoying, honestly. And I don't know, man. Honestly, I'm just so fed up. Honestly, I don't know how people just fucking take it, and how long you're gonna bend over and just fucking take it all day long.
In the end, you don't have a lot of choice if you don't have a lot of money. I saw a lot of protests in Serbia, in Bosnia, and I think that's great. People are stopped bending over, yeah, but they just can't go on and on because in media you're ignored. In the end, they're gonna put some of their people between the normal and just make them fight like happened in Serbia or in Bosnia. And this protesting is just gonna stop in a few months, years, and that's it. they have more money, more power, and I think just like one person or you just gotta have to find a way to find a good and just swim in this situation. I don't know.
Yeah.
Listen,
That's all that
what I just read on Facebook few hours ago, that what can apply on this subject. It was one stats on Facebook or something like that. My son just stole money from my bag, and he even lied to me what to do. And the first commenter was put him in some political
Party.
part.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying it. Yeah. He stole the money from the purse and he lied to
That's
me.
it.
He lied to my face about it. Yes, yeah.
we till the first match in Vienna had to wear the masks because of COVID, who is now long
Forgotten, yeah.
disease. Yeah. And one of our councillors here in Austria had a secret fabric with people who didn't have, how do you say, they work on black. How do I say
The
that
black
in
market,
English?
yeah, like a
Black market people.
Was it like a factory facility?
They was
Manufacturing masks.
producing this
That's
mask,
some immigrants.
FP2, yeah, with immigrants. That's
Shocker! What? What?
Sad
No,
story.
never. A politician did that. No way. Guess what?
no,
Guess what? I'll tell you a story, and then you tell me who do you think it is. So there were some rules here, right, during the COVID, and there was rules. You can't have a party. You can't. You have if you're single and have a girlfriend, you could just stay in a bubble. You too. You can't visit your family, or if you're in a bubble with your family, you can't go and visit your girlfriend or whatever. You can't definitely cannot have parties. But then there's people who had parties, who had girlfriends, who have many bubbles. I'm in this bubble and I'm this bubble and I'm this bubble and all that. So guess who it was? Prime Minister. Ta-da! Yeah, you got it right. Well done.
Boris Johnson.
Oh yes, yeah, baby. All day long. He didn't give a shit. Honestly,
But he's so cute.
Such a hypocrite. Honestly, he was such a hypocrite. He's talking about all these dictators, authoritarian countries and all that. And he is the fucking biggest dictator of all of them, honestly. He made so many fucking rules that didn't apply to him or his buddies or any of his friends, any of them. Honestly, he doesn't give two fucks about people. And now he's just talking, now when he's out of the office, oh, yeah, Rishi, you should do that. Oh, Rishi Sunak, you should do that. Like a fucking backseat driver. When you're driving a car and somebody's just like, oh! He slammed the brakes in front of you. Stop! Like, you're gonna crash! Or something like that. Just, honestly. Such a dick. Oh, I can't. Do you know what? Honestly, when 2 years ago, when they chose him to be, he was in charge of international, what's the word for it? The word is like foreign affairs. No, not foreign affairs. International, like a minister for foreign affairs.
yeah.
So basically, you have to go. Your job is to go from country to country, and to represent your country in the best possible way, and all that, make deals with other countries and all that. You know what I mean? In Serbia, minister spoljnjih poslova.
Okay.
Ivica Dačić.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? he doesn't even speak English properly.
So honestly, so he
Milецka.
was representing England, and me. I'm a British citizen, but when I found
Did you vote for him?
no, never.
Did you vote?
When I found that out, but I was ashamed, even though I'm foreign, even though I class myself more because I have dual citizenship, I class myself more as Serbian because I grew up in Serbia for like 20 odd years, and I live here like just over 10 years or so. I found myself ashamed that he's representing me. I consider myself English. I consider myself British, and I consider myself Serbian as well.
So our Ivica Dacic is much better. He can song, Milецka.
That's a tough choice. To be honest, I don't know which was worse. To be honest,
Did you talk to him?
this guy looks like a fucking clown. Honestly,
Yeah,
if you could see a
yeah.
clown, if somebody was trying to describe your clown, this is how you would describe a clown.
Yeah, I can
But
bet he was
I
the
think-
jerk.
Dacic
No,
is just honestly,
Wow.
yeah, but he doesn't look like a clown. He acts like a clown. He behaves like a clown, but he doesn't like. There's 3 boxes: look like a clown, act like a clown, like fucking be clown. Dacic.
Boris Johnson is tall.
Boris Johnson takes all 3 of them. Dacic is on the 2.
He is the
He
best.
doesn't-
Yeah, he's from England. We from Serbia had to learn from you guys from England.
Yeah,
You know?
the only thing is he doesn't look like.
When Dacic learned English properly, he became all 3 of them.
Yeah, and he will translate
Wait,
Milецka to
One
English.
second. 1 second. Is Dacic still Minister for Foreign Affairs?
No, he is now in Parliament. He's a head of the Parliament now.
Oh, moving up in the world?
I don't think so. I
More
think
money,
that's
less job.
degrading. Yeah.
Oh, right,
More money, less job.
like
But
a laid back position. Man, honestly.
So,
You know our prime minister now. We have a great prime minister now.
Yeah. Very diverse.
Yeah.
Very diverse. Fits 2023. Serbia ahead of all the other countries, honestly.
Let's
Yeah,
keep this
that-
subject, please. I'm very traditional.
this is a lesbian who looks like a guy, so can get in the transgender, and he's the prime minister. So,
And they put it
And
in our
it's a
country.
father.
Oh my God.
What do you mean she's the father?
he had a kid with his partner.
Her partner.
Her partner.
Yeah, I don't know.
Come on,
Their
man.
partner.
With the pronouns. Okay?
Yeah,
Get your-
English is
get
hard
your-
for me.
Get your kids right.
Okay, sorry.
Apologies right
Mama,
now.
Please, some girls. will listen to
Sorry.
this.
Yeah,
I just want to apologize to everyone.
Take it
I
easy
just
with
want
the
to
mic,
apologize to everyone who got offended by this. I'm really, really sorry.
You are.
You're right. Not really.
Come on,
So
man.
sue me if you can find me. Yeah,
You will be a bad politician, man. Very bad.
I don't want to be a politician.
You must
But
learn to lie.
Daniel
man.
is on his way. He has a big black mic, and he is good at apologizing to.
No, I need to get the clown looks. I'm liking clown looks,
Yeah.
I guess.
You're good, yeah.
Yeah, that is prime minister.
Did I tick that box? Did I tick that box?
Yeah.
I just need to make some notes and then break them. And make others suffer. Mm.
Yeah, but really, that Johnson is a joke, man.
Yeah, no, honestly, like jokes aside now. And when I said I was ashamed that he was representing my country in the outside world, I was ashamed, to be honest. I honestly, I think.
Yeah, but who was the French president? Who was the American president? Who is that there are a lot of
You can't.
clowns.
Well, to be honest, Donald Trump is. I think he's on the same level.
Yeah.
There's something with I think there's something with that blonde hair going on.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's going on with that, but
That I trying to say right now in every country is in top it's a lot of clowns.
do you reckon if a time I have one, I could just like go like, hey,
Yeah,
vote for
you
me?
know.
No, maybe not. Okay.
But what was funny in Serbia when was voting for president, we had a imaginary guy who had a fake name and last name, and he was like in a top
Peli.
of tour. Yeah,
Yes,
Peli Preletačević.
Yes, I remember that guy. Yeah.
That was a alter ego name, yeah, and he was quoting pretty good.
Yeah, but
that's
his
in the
career.
same time,
Yeah, sorry. In the same time.
sad and so funny, because
Yeah, but his
don't know.
political career didn't last very long, did it?
he didn't. He just started as a joke and got too far for him. I think I saw he have a YouTube channel now. He's like painting walls and importing some Asian guys to work in Serbia, like for 200 or 300 euros, and that was his job. And this campaign was started as a joke, and he just got lost to getting so much support and votes.
I just want to relate to that when you said getting lost. I think we got lost as well because we were talking about fossil fuels. I think we were talking about fossil fuels. Right. Next subject. Next topic is Russia. Russia will Ukraine. Pastor, do you want to take this?
Yeah, of course. The Ukraine want to rename Russia Federation in Moscovia. So
that is just in Ukraine or in the whole world? I don't know.
no, that is
understand.
that is the start probably.
I saw.
I will just put some historical facts. Then we will try to get some proper name like Putinovia or something like that. I don't know. I will just pop some facts. In the past, we had the Byzantine Empire, so called, but they never called them like that. They called themselves Eastern Roman Empire. Then we have Etruscs. I don't know how do you pronounce on English. Probably the same because it's not our name. And they didn't call themselves either like that. They called themselves Raseni. And even now in Italy you have a lot of Slavic toponyms like Messina, Ravenna, Pescara, stuff like that. So that name changing for me it's very dangerous because I just want to say that they translate some old Etrusc transcripts with a modern Serbian, just reading from the right to left, not from the left to the right. So I just want to say that if you ask me, we should call that nation like name which they call themselves, not make some folks names like Byzantine Empire. I don't know what is the point of that. So that is dangerous, but we will see. if the rest of the world do the same, it will be dangerous. But now I think it's I don't know, some kind of joke, and they didn't get even good name. Moscovia, oh my god! But they want to do that because Russia called themselves Little Russian or Novorossiya, something like that. now the Ukrainian wants to change their names, so they just want to.
Pay them back.
Yeah, it's something like that. Like, they want to say that Russia are not identity.
That's like kids are fighting. Like, that's your name. You're a donkey. You're a horse. You're, that's just ridiculous.
But
Yeah,
in their defense, if the people today can change their own pronouns as they like, why shouldn't they? Like, everything is changeable, I guess, these days. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
democracy.
I guess they can identify Russians
Moment,
as
yeah.
Moscovians. I don't see you as Russian, I see you as a Moscovian.
Yeah. It's
But
like,
the Russian
okay,
don't
go.
wanna call themselves like that. The Ukrainians want. So
Oh, right, see, yeah.
It's a little bit
That's okay,
confusing,
yeah. I move the point then. So,
Yeah.
do you think the Russians should get offended then, and then
Yeah.
call the Ukrainians out for not respecting how they identify themselves?
Yeah, I think
Yes. If you
Need to
want,
sue them,
They
yeah.
should,
do you know that
yeah.
that Albanian people have name for us, Kia or something like that?
I know, yeah.
According to Albanians, we are all Albanians. Today I also saw the video where they forbid Serbians to have their Serbian names. So in the 60,
Yeah,
they
yes.
had to change all the Serbians' names and last names into Albanians.
It's not only in Albania; it's in Turkey too, man. But I think in Albania you now can have one Serbian last name or or the name you can choose,
Oh, so you can pick.
but not both.
I don't think.
Yeah,
But not
both.
both. Only one. Yes,
Yeah.
imagine that. Oh my God! And they live in Europe, you
Well,
know.
I guess everybody's going to keep their family name, and then just put the first name different to Albanian, and then keep the family Serbian name, I guess.
Did you know that our basketball player Emina Jahovic brother plays for Turkey in basketball, and they changed his entire name, so you can figure out who is
Really?
it. Yeah.
I had no idea.
And that NBA player Turkoglu or something like that, he's from
Hidayet Turkoglu, yeah.
Yes, he's from Serbia
He's
too.
from Serbia.
Yeah, and he has Serbian name and last name, but they changed it in Hidayet Turkoglu too. So you go to Turkey and become Turkey, you know.
I think, do you know what?
Maybe they learn from
I
Turkey.
think that's one of the problems in Serbia. I think everybody who lives in Serbia should be Serbian as well, regardless. Like everybody who lives.
That was all.
Like everybody who lives in America, they're American, regardless of your
that
heritage.
That was also rigged, and I think in the time of Tito that was rigged, so that just Orthodox people are Serbs, and then others they made a new nations like
Yeah,
They made a divide.
Muslim nation. Yes.
Bosnians.
Yeah, Bosnian.
I'm
Bosniaks.
Bosanac. I'm not Bosniak, but Bosanac doesn't mean that's not a nation. That's like
Geographic, yes.
position of I'm a Serb from Bosnia, so I'm Bosanac. But they have Bosniak now, and they have like Bosniak language, and I don't. That's other story. And
But what is?
Do you know, Vavan,
what do you think Bosniak is?
Bosniak now is Muslim from Bosnia.
So is there a
Bosniak
and Srebosniak?
We can manage now.
No, yeah, but that would be equivalent of it, wouldn't it?
You have Bosniaks in south of Serbia now who didn't.
Yeah, they identify themselves. Yes,
Yeah.
they feel.
As Bosniaks.
They feel like they're Bosniaks.
Yeah, but that was all made in time of communism. Alija Izetbegovic was signed as a Serb in, I don't know, 1950.
Yeah, well, but
Tudjman
it could
was,
change.
yeah.
You listen. This I was 2 years Bosnian too. You know that. Listen. This my little kid. My wife is from Bosnia, and my little kid get with his grandpa, and grandpa learned him that he's Bosnian. And when he came to the home, he asked me what I am. I say I'm Serbian, from Dalmatia. So what are you? I'm Dalmatian. Oh, Dad, but I'm Bosnian. How the hell are you Bosnian? No, Dad, I'm Bosnian. Okay, be Bosnian. I am Dalmatian. But Dad, I want that we be the same. You know, be Bosnian, please. I'm looking at that. Okay. And I was 2 years Bosnian, man. You know.
Bosnia for 2 years.
When I ask him why the hell we are Bosnian, they have strong head.
Oh, man.
And do you know what my wife done to me? Whenever we came to my cousin, he told my son to ask me what I am, and I always say I'm Bosnian, son. And my cousins were like, "Oh my God, how the hell are you Bosnian now?" I am a Bosnian.
Oh man! Honestly, yeah. Listen to this. This is my my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law. Yeah, my brother-in-law. He is. My sister told me this when he was. I think enrolling their daughter into the school, and it was like you have to fill in the form, the questionnaire and whatnot. And
Okay.
there was a question like country of birth. And it was only like a few years ago. I mean, maybe like a decade ago, but not that long ago. He wrote down Yugoslavia. And they were like, you can't submit this form because this country doesn't exist. But you asked me what country of birth. My country of birth was Yugoslavia, and then I think he's still Yugoslavia. I think he has I think every time he needs to to submit the form or something like that, he follows the same principle, and every time he has an argument with people from the from the government institutions, when he's submitting the form, country birth, Yugoslavia.
He's right.
He is not wrong. He's not wrong.
We all was born in Yugoslavia.
Did you look at that short clip when they asked that Bosnian girl where is she born? She say in Bosnia, and the commentary asked her where in Bosnia, like in which place, and he say I'm whole. I'm born whole in Bosnia. Oh my God! So we are Bosnian too,
right? Okay.
Roman,
So should we rename the? Can we rename Ukraine and Russians too?
Probably. Why not?
So we come up with a nickname for both of them.
Little Serbs. I don't know.
Serbs and big Serbs.
Yeah.
Strong head.
Then the little Serbs, they're gonna have a complex. Then they're gonna be like, oh, why am I little? I'm not little. I'm big. You know what I mean? You can't call them. Yeah, you can't. We can't. Yeah, we have to. That's mean.
They're soft. Yeah.
That's mean. Something else. We have to come up with a different nickname.
You know how we call Montenegro?
What?
We have name for Montenegro. You probably don't know. Serbian Sparta.
Because they're big and strong and eager to work.
Yeah.
They probably name themselves
They're Serbian Spartans, but only if they can be budded. If they can't, if they can't be asked going defending some people, some nation. Nah, fuck it. I'm just gonna chill out today. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do I'll do it tomorrow. What? Do you know what the motto? The people from Montenegro motto is: if I can do it today, I should leave it for tomorrow.
I'll leave it tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll leave it for tomorrow.
They have actually motto. If you see people who are working, move. Don't they don't interrupt them.
Don't touch.
Don't interrupt the
Great
working, man.
country.
Yeah.
So how would you name Moscovia? Oh, I mean Russia.
Moscovians. I don't know. Pure Putinopia.
Yeah, something.
Moscovia.
Putinopia. Yeah. Little Putin's Russia.
They don't.
And ideology they follow is
Putinian.
ideology they follow is Putinism.
Resursorovia.
Yeah.
They have a lot of resources,
Yeah. Oh man. And how about Ukraine then?
Did you read the article where Medvedev say that they will rename Ukraine too?
Oh, actually, I did. Bear me for a second. Yes, Russia will rename Ukraine Bandera Reich. Medvedev warns. I'm just going to read that now. Medvedev, who called Zelensky the head Nazi in Kiev, warned that Russia's response to the Ukrainian petition will be a tit for tat. Former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev again compared Ukraine to Nazi Germany on Saturday when he suggested Ukraine be renamed Schweinwisch Bandera Reich. Varan, did I say that right? No, I'm serious.
You were close, yeah.
That's
Schweinwisch Bandera Reich. Pig Bandera Reich. In response to the Ukrainian petition calling the Ukrainian government to rename the entirety of Russian Federation Moscow. On Friday, Zelensky responded to the petition after he had passed the 25,000 signatures required to draw a response from the Ukrainian government. The petition, which accuses Russia of stealing the identity of all Rus people in Eastern Europe, called on Ukrainians to reclaim our identity and our history.
Why are we talking about this stupidity? Europe is sending like 3 billion euros to Ukraine to support the, I don't know, changing of Russian name or
I don't know. I honestly
to support it in war.
This is all fucking bollocks. Seriously, Zelensky is thinking now of that petition, and somebody, who the fuck came up with that petition after all? Like, shouldn't you be like on a battlefield, like firing at Russians and killing Russians or something like that? Or you're somewhere in like comfort of your home, just being a fucking internet warrior and thinking of petitions and shit? I think they have more important business right now to deal with rather than this.
Too much white stuff, And
no, honestly, I don't know who the fuck it is.
I'm creative guy here. Who cares for war? I'm gonna do some creative stuff. Give me.
No, but I don't get it.
It's not such creative, Moscovia.
Yeah, it's a bad. I think bad cocaine or whatever it takes.
Maybe mushrooms, man.
He should.
You reckon that's a Ukrainian refugee in Australia?
Yeah.
Daniel, is that the lamp?
Cure his depression, yeah. And I don't know. He wanted to be host on the Oscars also, so They refuse him.
I don't know. Honestly, you should sign a if you're going to host an Oscar, you should sign a waiver or something like that because you might get a slap. Back to reality.
Yeah, maybe he should bring the table and put it in the front of the border.
No, honestly, I think this war. Like, I just want to say this. Like, this is a fucking lose situation for everybody. Ukraine, even if they win, they lose. Russia, if they win, they lose again. They lost. And Ukrainians lost.
They lost like we in this.
They lost. All of them lost. There is no winner here. Whatever the win will be for the winning party, it's not worth the losses they had, and they will.
Yeah. And we all lost with them.
We as well. Yeah, as well. Honestly, this is just fucking nonsense. And do you know what the major problem for me is? At the moment,
what?
Nobody's talking about peace. In the last few months, nobody's mentioning the peace dialogues. Nobody's mentioning peace. Or what?
Peace is a long way.
Listen, nothing in media, nothing. Absolutely nothing. All what is mentioned, we gave this much money, we gave that much many weapons, we give this much support, or just support, money and weapons. That's all. There is not even the slightest hint of a dialogue, peace, or any, no hints whatsoever of anything.
But why should that happen? When for elite, that's the best thing that ever happened. They sending military weapons. They gonna train NATO is training the Ukrainian soldiers. That all cost. That somebody gonna pay that, and we are paying that, European and from taxes and stuff. They're gonna destroy Ukraine to the ground, and later on, the Europeans gonna give them loans, and gonna come Europeans companies who's gonna build all that stuff up, and who's gonna pay that? Ukrainian people, European people from taxes, and why should we stop now?
I was looking at the statistics today. I was just looking at some statistics today. There's nearly 10 million refugees from Ukraine. There's just under 3 million, 2.8 million went to Russia. 1.5 million refugees went to Poland. 1 million went to Germany, and nearly 500,000 went to Czech Republic. And those are the biggest, those are the countries that took the most refugees. And then there's 3 more countries. There's Spain, France, and England. They took in between 150 and 170,000 each. They're just a really small difference. And then, but the biggest sponsor of this war, USA, said they're going to take up to 150,000. So from 10 million, the country that gave the most money and the most sponsorship and the most support to Ukraine is going to take up to, so that's not, that's the maximum, up to 150,000, but not necessarily 150,000. So far they have 15,000. 15.
People who need help and who need help is still in Ukraine. The people who are refugees, who is refugees now, what I see in Vienna is people who don't need help. They are driving Jeeps, Porsche, BMWs, and they have a budget for apartments 3,000 euros. Who has that? In Switzerland, they told them they're gonna stop giving them help. They just have to sold the cars, and they just said, "Fuck that! I'm going back to Ukraine." So, always, poor people are suffering, and I don't know.
Lucky for England, you have La Manche, you know.
Yeah, the channel separating us. Yeah, but that's why.
It's hard.
Listen, that channel. Now, the very controversial law they want to put in place, a very controversial law, the law that they came up that breaks the international law, apparently. I'm not sure about that because I didn't see it yet. But there was a massive issue here in England, literally just yesterday. Just yesterday, what happened was the TV presenter, Gary Lineker. Vasily, I think you know who Gary Lineker is.
Football player.
Yeah. Well, ex-football player.
Yeah, football player.
Lavan, you familiar?
Famous football
I
player.
don't have a clue.
So Gary Lineker got fired from Match of the Day, basically.
Really?
Apparently, or I don't know. Well, let me phrase it. He didn't get fired. They agreed to suspend the, just to suspend the work at the moment. So then Michael, and I'm not even sure if he went on or not, only because Gary Lineker said that he doesn't agree with the new government policy, law, whatever they're trying to implement with the refugees, because he thinks it's inhumane and all that, apparently. So yeah, he criticized government, and literally the next moment they took him off the British broadcasting BBC. Straight away.
Democracy.
Straight away, they took him off. And you know what? I think I read the director must be from either Serbia or a Balkan. When they asked him, well, at least he's got a mentality. They asked him, are you going to resign then on your position because of all this scandal? And he was like, no way, I'm considering resigning. No.
I'm doing my job very well.
And then they quizzed him as well. You know, did the government tell you, to sack Gary Lineker? He was like, no, nobody told me to sack him. It was my decision. So now the channel is, the channel is shambles. And are you going to resign? No, why should I resign? Nothing wrong.
He just
Good for
well, you know,
works.
the only thing is, like, they sacked him because, they sacked him because of their, like, impartiality or whatever guidelines they have. And the first thing is, he didn't say anything when he was on air, when he was, on a telly. He wrote it on a Twitter, his Twitter account. He tweeted it. That's the first thing. And second thing, they have guidelines. So it's a guideline. It's not it's not a law. It's not a procedure in place. It's just like, you should follow this, but not necessarily you should, that's how I see guidelines. If you say, this is a guideline, and you should get as close to this guideline as you can, but if you go straight a little bit left to right or whatever, it's still okay, I guess, but, just try and stick as close as you can to this guideline. So, no, they sacked him.
I guess if you were there, you were on the same place like him, because he understands guidelines like you.
Daniel, did you
I don't know.
did you write CV for his job?
I didn't, but should I consider it? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. If you understand the guidelines like that, you don't have to try it.
I'm going to be sacked straight away.
Yeah.
No, but honestly,
And then if
that's a guideline. That's what guideline is. Like, at least in my head, that's what guideline is. I don't know.
You don't have to
Yeah,
apply
I don't
that.
know.
That is how we prepare for the podcast too.
I don't have guidelines.
No, we have like a guideline. Yeah. Guideline is like right. Shall we go on our next subject? Are we
Yes.
ready? Ready for the
Okay.
next subject? Next subject is
I don't.
drum roll.
Novak Djokovic coach Goran Ivanišević said that the world number one has not given up on Miami Open this month, but this is all news. He's giving up because they didn't want to let him in the US because he's not vaccinated. And this law is on until 10th of April, and Indian Wells is from 8th March to the 22nd, I think. So Novak playing there is not possible this year, but it's ridiculous. I think. I don't know. What's your thought about it?
Well, I read something. I read something about Ron DeSantis a few days ago. I read Ron DeSantis is determined to get unvaccinated Novak Djokovic to play in the Miami Open, even if it means getting him on a boat. The Florida government says he is still trying to skirt ancient vaccine mandates for foreign visitors after writing President Biden a letter urging him to let the tennis star into the United States. The world number one wish for an exception for next week's tournament is fading, with Djokovic standing firm on his decision not to get the vaccine because he didn't consider himself a high risk. He has already withdrawn from the Indian Wells Open in California after being denied entry to the US. Almost no other country in the world is doing this. DeSantis said, criticizing the continued ban on the travelers who haven't had a COVID shot. DeSantis admitted it ultimately wasn't his choice if the world number one would be allowed to compete, and joked that he may need a boat from the Bahamas to South Florida. Yeah, so I think there was some loophole that they could get him in the boat because when they read it, it was just like if you're arriving via train, car, or airplane or something like that. Yeah, but
Ron DeSantis, I think that's not only thing that he is transporting with the boat. So Novak is just one more thing. I don't know. It's ridiculous in sports where you basically are alone in I don't know how many square feet, and like every regulation you need like 1 meter or 2 meters to be separate from another person in the peak of COVID. And COVID now is, I don't know, forget what already happened, and they don't want to let him go in play. I don't know.
You know what is funny? Novak Djokovic actually have COVID twice, and they all say that the natural immunity is better than the vaccine or something like that in every disease, and almost in every disease, immunity is better than vaccine.
In this one, apparently, as far as if my memory is right, as far as I remember, they said your infection with COVID, like your immune system, like can fight it off for 3 months, and the vaccine is valid for 6 months.
Yeah, this is very strange disease, and they have cool names like Delta, Kraken, something like that. But I want just to say that he had it twice, that this is not volleyball, where the players hugging each other or stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's alone in the
He's
court.
alone, basically, on court. Yeah.
Even the judge is in 3 meters high, So everybody's safe. Audience is safe. Everybody's safe.
They're changing balls in every set, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
And non-vaccinated player from America can play.
I know.
So this is yeah. But
And what's with
But he's already in
the
America.
COVID
They
test?
can't get rid of it, can they?
yes. But
You
this
can't point, yeah.
I mean,
I don't like conspiracy theory, but today I was watching YouTube and I just get to find nice clip with a cool name. How cute is Nadal when he hit accidentally girl on the field, by playing. He was so cute, when Novak Djokovic done that, it was like, get out.
Yeah, from the
You're out
that
of
was
the tournament.
that was in Queens, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes,
So US Open.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I must say Nadal done it in the game. The game was in the he was while he done it while he was playing tennis, and Novak done it accidentally on the break.
Yes.
So it had some difference, I must say it, but still, I don't believe that they will get out Federer or Nadal.
I know. Yeah, he's not. Let's admit. We all know. Everybody knows he is not loved as
Yes.
much as Federer and Nadal. That's it. He isn't loved
In
as
the
much as
the
Federer
rest
and
of the
Nadal.
world, yes.
And do you know what? I think if he was loved as much as Federer and Nadal, he wouldn't be as good as champion as he is now. I think if he
Yes,
had,
that's
probably true.
I think if he had love from spectators as much as Nadal and Federer had, that he would be spoiled little brat, and
No, he would be in retirement, I think.
yeah, do you know what? Yeah,
He wouldn't change. He wouldn't
He wouldn't chase it.
I
He wouldn't chase it. He wouldn't be motivated as much as he is now.
Yeah.
I think the crowd
But
did him a massive favor, but not giving him blood. They gonna make him the best tennis player in the history of the sport. The best. Sorry, wait, stop.
Well
I
played,
want to be politically correct. Let me explain. He's going to be the best male tennis player in the history of the sport.
No, Daniel. If he finish as first in men, he will probably be best player in the world. He will have everything more than the Steffi Graf. I think he's the first now.
But he could play as a male like for 2 or 3 more years.
He can and he will. If he
after
has
that,
help,
he could feel like a female and start playing in the female tennis and be the best
Imagine
ever.
Djokovic. Listen, to be honest, I think if Djokovic went to female, if he said, I feel like a girl today. No, listen, I think if he went to the female section and he stood to play against Serena Williams, she would smash him to bits. Honestly, I think she would eat him alive. Honestly, I don't think.
I think in a few years she's gonna pronounce as a
Daniel.
male, and they're gonna meet.
No, Daniel,
So,
you should.
That's impossible. That's your theory.
Listen. You should inform yourself because Serena Williams and Venus actually told that in the beginning of the career, and they bring them a man. I think he wasn't in first hundreds of the best men players. Like he was like 112 or something like that, and he eat her alive. He couldn't do a shit, man.
He or she.
But I must, he eat her.
Hey, I already told you about the pronouns. I already said to Vavan,
Day. Okay.
I'm watching
day.
you.
Day.
Watching you. Vasily, this is your last,
Me too.
So
last
I'm
warning.
just
Warning.
Last warning. Pronouns.
Listen,
Get it right.
listen.
okay. If
So
I feel like a camera now, what's
you feel
my
like what?
pronouns? Camera
Zed.
or
Zed.
computer? Zed. Okay.
Your pronoun is a Zed.
you must be political.
In next episode, I'm Zed. Okay.
Did you watch the Novak best year? I think 2011 or something. Yes, 2011. He have that voice, female voice.
He's preparing for pension. Yeah.
Especially playing against
That
Nadal.
was when he was in his
funny.
puberty. Wasn't it?
Yeah, but you know what is the funniest? When Nadal play against him, I don't know, was he upset by his voice or something? He used to do the same shit. Nadal, and it was like watching the females, you know. And his bull from Mallorca. Oh my god.
Melo Memo. Or Zed.
Zed from Mallorca.
Am I confused with that? Am I thinking he's a